Welcome to Breakfast Banter.
Hi there.
What's on your mind this week?
Well, truthfully, we wanted to share what goes on in our kitchen here with a married couple that work together and live together. So I think, in full authenticity, it was an interesting week.
Yes, stress. I think would be the word that I would say, and
But good stress. Good stress. We have a new grandbaby. Like
yes,
that is freaking amazing, and welcome to the world, Stellan. But along with that came absolutely stress, and we handle it so differently.
yeah, dealing with stress because it's a good point you make. Stress can be both positive and negative, and we oftentimes only think of negative stress in our
Yeah.
lives, but there can be positive things that cause us stress as well, and we are a little different in handling it. That's for sure. We definitely are.
Well,
Yeah.
and what came up that I thought was just so helpful for today is that do we think that we should never have conflict with our spouse? And we have the upcoming retreat coming. And are people thinking that we have all of that poop together, that we don't ever have conflict and have stress in our life? No, that's not the case. But what I really found this week is as we were both dealing with not only the angst of a new arrival of a grandbaby, but we have lots going on in our business. Our mortgage renewal came up. That was one thing. Our car insurance, like we just had to make appointments and go, and it was busy, and we deal with it differently. But what I found was that we use the tools that we have been really putting into practice. So I found it, the word I kept using is meta. Like it was so meta, going, oh my gosh, this is just so helpful for other couples going through this.
It's such a good example, as you said, of how we use the tools all the
Yeah.
time and what we teach, and more so what we've learned along the way and how we use it. And the interesting thing for me this week was what can also cause stress for me is when there is stress in our relationship, because I think, well, we shouldn't have stress. We are, a perfect hashtag couple, and yeah, exactly. And we do have stress, and so just to recognize it and to be okay that there are these times. And for me, man, oh man, for me this week, I just wanted to shut down. I went up into my office, closed the door. I just wanted to. I had all sorts of things that I wanted to get out, and so I wrote on my flip chart, wrote in my journal, and I just needed time. I needed that space alone for myself because I was recognizing that I during these stressful times was shutting down, and shutting down, and I was trying not to. And that's that whole resistance thing that you talk about. And the more I resisted, the more stressed I became. So yeah.
And it's so interesting because he completely is insular and goes in. I phoned all of my friends, my sisters. I went for walks with friends of just I need people and he doesn't. So really even learning that of our differences over the years, because actually there was one time that there had been a death in the family, and I invited everybody over to our house. And that was the last thing that he needed and wanted. And so how do we respect that and those differences? So we're learning along the way, and it's what we continue to put into practice, the tools that we have. And that's what we're going to be doing come May 13th.
Yeah, and we're excited for our couples retreat. We are so excited to be able to have business couples and executive couples come together and learn some of the tools that we use. And it's just an opportunity, I think, for couples to come together to be able to talk about some of these things, learn some tools, and meet other couples that, you know what, we go through these things. We all go through these things. And in this case, stressful situations, how we handle them are all different. And oftentimes we think, or we look perhaps, out there on social media and see, hey, look at these guys, they got their together, right? But you know what? Everybody has to learn to deal with things a certain way. And so we are so looking forward to our couples retreat in May to do that.
Yeah. So we are getting ready to kind of bring everybody in for that for May 13th. So if you haven't registered yet, or if you have questions about it, please just message us and we'd be happy to save a spot for you because we've only got a few spots left.
Yeah, drop on our website and then you can find our Thrive Together link there, and Thrive Together Couples Retreat in May, right here in person in Langley.
All right. We'll
Have a
see you
great
then.
week.
Bye for now.